Hello and welcome to Demo Play Thursday. We're back on the Switch and this time we're playing Formula Legends. You can see top middle says it's a demo. And yeah, as a Formula 1 fan, I'm very interested to see their take on it. Apart from the normal every year, every season you get a Formula 1 game, there's not really been any other takes on it. There was from Codemasters in like 2012. Oh no, what was it? All Star Racing? There was an arcade racer in the vein of Mario Kart. For me, I recognise that style of car. Husky. That could be related to, is it Hesketh? I can't quite remember the names, but for me, growing up, I was a fan of Formula 1 from like 94 onwards. I kind of got my first memories of Formula 1 are from that period, but I'm quite aware of the other generations. Let's check options. Operation on. Keep that as is. Turn sound effects down a tad. I guess we just have custom and time attack in this demo. So let's try time attack. What do we get? 2 Belgiums. On the right side, LNR. The Ardennes GP. So this one would be more familiar as the Spa we have nowadays. These are variations of the circuit layout. I think that's the most recent one. Yeah, it's got the bus stop before the start-finish line. And Hungary? Yeah, so it's got older and newer variations on the circuits. Okay, so we've got a few to play through. Mickey Laura instead of Mickey Lauda. So they perhaps don't have the rights. Jim Hunter, yeah. We've got a few to pick from. That's the 70s. I'm guessing we don't get any other generation. I wonder if it's linked to the track layout. So it says that one's faster, that one's got better handling. Carlos Reutemann. Oh, he changed teammates. Okay. So he doesn't have the handling, but he does. There really is no tutorial for this. It's very much making us discover it ourselves. There's only 2 drivers that have. Jim Hunter has a little extra speed, and Carlos Reutemann has a little extra handling. So I'm going to go with the handling first. Okay, loading wasn't too bad. Graphically looks alright. Well, I'm not in control, it's doing it itself. It's not even going to tell me what buttons do anything. So A, no. B, no. RZ. Oh, RZ, okay. I'm guessing ZL was going to be brake. Possibly. I'm saying track limits, but in my opinion, we didn't go with track limits, we hit the wall. So the last racing game we did was a more of a rally style. And that handled very differently to this, so it's going to take a little bit of time to adjust to this style. The sounds are fine. We do get some nice vibrations, and I'm sure they're going to be relevant to things like braking. Okay, the right stick doesn't do anything, so we're not being able to move the camera around. L and R don't do anything. What's X do? X probably puts us back, okay. So it is very simple in terms of what buttons do what. But for my first time playing, it would be nice if there was the option to have more visual aids so I know when to brake. Race aids. WRS, what does that mean? What does WRS mean? I don't know. Traction control would help us. But yeah, okay, it's interesting that we don't have anything visual like arrow or brake thing. It's an interesting choice. Well, we're going to do another lap. The wheels is the thing that's a little distracting to me. I don't mind, like the tall airbox is just how cars were back then, but the wheels just don't look round. And they don't look like they're touching the track either. It always is as if the car's floating. And I can't go in the pits. So, yeah, it's a little weird. See, I was braking quite hard there and it didn't do anything. If I restart, was that going to start the lap? No. It's hard to know if we will need to brake realistically or arcadey. So I braked at the hundreds and nothing happened. But that was just full on, just press the brake button. Perhaps we need to, perhaps it's not that arcadey, we need to feather the brake. Okay, that did it. Okay. Damn, you can't just press up to get to the bottom of the list. You gotta press down. Huh. And it takes us back here. Let's try the modern layout. Does that give us modern cars? Mid-20s, yeah. So, last year's. A hammer ton. It doesn't give us all the teams, does it? Like, there's no Haas. So the different era of circuit gives you different era of drivers. So we'll do the middle one, see what that gives us. Oh. Remember, it's a demo. It says in top middle. It's not going to tell us what ERS does. Cuz, I mean. No way. it restarts us in a corner section. So you gotta be properly aware of what's happening. What button's ERS? Damn, I was too busy pressing buttons. I think B does the battery. Yeah, did not invalidate the lap. Point in the direction and then use the accelerator. Because it's a shorter version of the real thing. Everything's coming up quicker than I expect it should. So as a fan of F1, yes, it's got the nostalgia, but it's also a little weird. I know it's available. Damn. So I think you gotta hold B. Hopefully the track limits is going to be sensible. Like a couple of wheels over, it's not going to be a problem. Like full-blown corner cutting should probably be an issue. Ah, hit the wall. Alright, let's see what we get with the other track layout. Slowly getting the hang of this. But it is weird. Like, that says story mode. I hope the game has some sort of tutorial mode, because it plays unlike any other racing game I've played. Early 90s, okay. So he's got more max speed and he's got more acceleration. So we still need to look out for that. And what? Oh, Lotus. Yeah, okay. Flower. Jules Barley must be Johnny Herbert then, perhaps. That's Minardi. That'd be Giovanni Morbidelli. I kind of in my brain be trying to work out who's who here. Alan Prost, John Alesi, Ayrton Senna, Gerhard Berger, Nick Mendel's. That's got to be Nigel Mansell. Ricardo Patrese, maybe? Nelson Piquet? What's that? Alberto Moreno? That one I don't know. That's Nakajima perhaps, but... let's be Nigel Mansell. So it was nice to get a... The thing is, because it's a demo, I don't know if the selection of cars in the demo are what we get in the game. The demo itself is not making it clear. All the demo is doing is cordoning off parts of the game without giving us context, we don't. It's not telling us more cars available in the final game. Again, the wheels, it's almost like they're shimmering. It's weird. I think what perhaps might be doing me in is trying to steer whilst braking. I think it's very much one or the other. What would be interesting would be, like, there are some tracks from the 90s that you don't get anymore. Like Adelaide was what, 94 up to 95 perhaps last time it was used. Would that be in this game, or are they only going to use tracks that were around for all 3 generations of cars? Yeah, I got track limits. Starting to push what I can or can't do. Something weird about the engine note. The engines sound... Oh, what's the right term? I know when it comes to old tape players that there's something like wobble. And the engine note just sounds like it's wobbling rather than being an actual note. So a floaty car and a wobbly noise. But together it's a little distracting. And with the vibration, it feels like it's perhaps something to do with traction. I'm not entirely sure, because each of my laps have been different. I'm getting slightly different vibrations each time. I think there's a vibration for the curves, but also vibration for traction elements or grip elements. Not too sure. Like this time, on this lap last time, I just had constant vibration, and that was spinning me all over the place. Kind of just taking my finger off the accelerator more than trying to brake. Well, we got our first lap in 102, when normally the circuit's near 150. So you get an idea just how shortened it is. Oh, damn. That's hardly what I would call a shortcut. Oh, that on the other hand. Still don't know why, but the steering's taking longer than I would expect to get used to it. Definitely have videos on the sides of games that I play for the first time, and within a few laps you really quickly get an idea of how the game wants to be controlled. Well, this one I haven't quite got it yet. That engine note. you almost don't want it to go to the top because it wobbles. It's not just a high pitch, it's a wobbling high pitch noise. Okay, so we got a fast lap on that. Perhaps the easiest car to play as, because it's the smallest looking thing on screen, so you get to see more of what's around. So if we do 650 kilometers with this team, we unlock a new character. Let's try custom. Tutorial. So the tutorial's here. Why didn't you just take us here? If you have a tutorial and it's a demo, maybe use the fact it's a demo to just take you to the tutorial. See, I had to press all sorts of buttons. Like I was just pressing A for accelerate. Apparently that was good. It's not even going to have like videos to show what it's talking about. Which is a shame. Like, hold X to respawn. Yeah, I can do that. Or you could have had a video that showed it in action. So many games these days have videos or GIFs showing, hey, this is what we want you to do. This is a video of it happening. And what they're talking about here has no relevance to the time attack mode we were doing in the first place. They're talking about rules that have no place in time attack where we were to start off with. I thought that was the case. Dark Alliance is it trying to tell you where to go. Yeah, telling me to use it, but this is the tutorial. Tutorial should be telling me what buttons I need to press to use it. It won't apply to every generation of car, but it applies to this one in the tutorial. Choose the appropriate tyres for the appropriate weather and conditions. Yes, that makes sense. Yeah, lifted. See, again, this was not an issue in time attack. Now, there's no box on the left side saying pit, so perhaps it wants us to do a couple more laps, wait for the tyres to get worse. Yes, I know, we've got BRS, but I'm in the tutorial. Tell me about it. So, okay, the game's now done this to us. Just avoided the wall. At least this is pretty simple. Tyre select. See, the smoke's coming out the back of the car, not where the tyres are. So it looks like the car itself has an issue. It was a minigame, okay. This generation of cars doesn't have refueling. It's almost like they needed to have a tutorial for each generation of car, rather than trying to put it all in. See, I didn't know what they expected. What do you want me to do? I'm pressing L and R backwards and up. Well, L's healing the car. Oh, wanted L3 and R3. Push the buttons in. Ah. It's a rubbish tutorial. You'd hope that the game has a better visual marker than just a board on the edge of the screen. Oh, this stupid place. I pressed A. So now we go, BRS. B, we know this. Oof. Damn it. We do that. Like in a game where you got generations of different cars, one lap should be a tutorial for one generation. Go in the pits, you come out in the next generation, you get a tutorial for that era's of cars, and you can just repeat that thing. You go in, do a pit stop practice, show the fueling aspect with cars that need refueling, come back in the following lap, it's like, hey. Just can't help but feel like it's a lazy tutorial. We completed the tutorial and learnt not much. Where's the time attack tutorial? Where's, you know? And it keeps dumping us back here in the main menu. Why not bring us here? One qualification lap. Sure. Let's do the 90s. Let's go back to Mansell. See, we've got that generation of cars yet to experience. So again, it would have been nice that the demo said that there are other generations of cars in the main game. There are other teams in the main game. Because the 90s were a period of time where there were so many extra teams that they had to do like 2 days of qualifying, and you will sometimes get 4 or 5 or 6 drivers who didn't qualify for the race because the race already had 24 other races, drivers in it. I'm on the hard tyre and qualifying. This is an era of time when you had really soft tyres. You even had a qualifying engine back in this time. Ah, balls. So I'm going to start last then, I think. He's like 24th or something. And again, it just shows that there are other teams not here. Like, where's the Pacific team? You know? I don't even know if Ligier is in this. Due to our tyres. So it looks like, for the most part, all the cars are equal. Oi. So the only thing that makes us different is perhaps driver stats, but we saw earlier that the driver stats are all the same for the most part. Is this slipstreaming? This wasn't in the tutorial, was it? I just noticed an extra effect happening on screen. So when I put damage on, I assumed front wings and stuff would be falling off the car. There's almost kind of a stutter there, do you see that? It's a weird visual. Yeah, it's a weird little stutter in the car when you're going around the corner. Balls. Okay, at least we're second. Jordan's the other team that's missing, isn't it? In this era, you'd have like Rubens Barrichello, one of their drivers. Oh, damn it. Ah. Yeah, saying time penalty, but it's not letting me know how much time is in that penalty. So do we have 2 5s, 2 3s, or just 2 1-second penalties? Well, the Lotus being last kind of makes sense. As you can see, I was not keen to be stuck behind the car at the fastest parts of the circuit. The AI of the other drivers does seem to do very much drive to the racing line rather than anything else creative. Like, is anyone braking late? Is anyone doing anything out of the ordinary? I really want to look behind button. This just sounds like mosquitoes behind me. Ah, I thought I was going to do really well then. Is anyone going to start pitting, do you think? We're halfway through. I had to pit just to rebuild the car. In this era, points only went down to 6th place, so... God, let me get a tyre. Damn it. See, it moved across the racing line right in front of me. Whoa, that was the tyres. Damn, it really much is like a cliff state of the tyres. Because it was fine, and then it spun me off. And I have to pit. Yeah, a long pit stop. That's alright. Actually, I'm not too far away from being lapped. The guy in first is on the opposite side of the track to me. Hopefully I'll have a nice clean lap. Yes, it very much looked like I was going off in a straight line then. Balls. It's a weird stutter. Very frustrating. I couldn't tell you what it is. Frame times or... I know this is Unreal Engine, and Unreal Engine does have a stutter problem. This really feels like it. When you shorten the tracks like you have in this game, there's not enough time to switch from one corner to the other. Sometimes it feels like these cars can't turn quick enough. sharp enough. Damn, I'm still trying to take that too quick. Whoops. It's a shame that one good lap won't get rid of one of the mistakes of track limits. Damn. Again, we're 8 laps in, and I still don't have a feel for how this is meant to play. Finally took it. Ah, balls. Oh, damn it, tyres. So all that work is now gone. We lost like 6 seconds this lap because the guy who was leading was about 25 from us. Oh, come on, that's that stupid corner. Why can't I do it? Yeah, the tyre's about to hit the cliff. 30% here. See that? He lost it in a straight line. Oh, horrible race. And controlling it wasn't particularly fun either. Again, the tutorial had nothing about tire degradation. Like, I did not expect it to just fall off a cliff like it did. That same lap earlier was fine, and then we got to the end and it was not fine. But again, the tutorial didn't give that information. I've had enough of a race, that's not fun. We can do time attack, let's check out Hungary. Do we get different eras? It's the 90s again. Let's try Mika Hakkinen. I think I would rather it take an extra 3 seconds to load than have to watch this sequence with it all popping in. If you don't pay attention, you're straight into the barrier there. Damn, it's more grip than I expected. looks like the wheel's about to vibrate off the car. So weird. But that could be a place where you can get track limits if you're not careful. Take too much dirt. Hey, at least we did it with no track limit issues. That's something. Damn, we're slow this time round. Ah, too much. With a weird sound and the way the tyres are, it just looks like they're gonna shake off the car. Damn, that was a lot quicker. Oh, come on. How do we take that right the first time? Damn, that would have been a really cool lap. I braked way too early, I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, 1.5 seconds slower. That's what I get for braking so early. Ah, I knew I did it that time. Oh. Alright. Whoops. I want to press up to go down, but it doesn't work. It doesn't go that way. So we have space on the screen for it to give me like an ideal lap, the best lap time I could have done. So again, do more races in this team, and you can do unlocks. So I do like that. That is cool. Then in the demo we get to see, oh, there's more to this. What do we get? Mid 2000s, not early 2000s. So no bronze or manners. Again, you can't cycle all the way around again. You got to go either all the way left or all the way right. And these cars look nice, not really. I think I'll go Ferrari because that's the only good looking car from that period. braked way too early there. It is nice to visually see the differences in the circuits. I do like that. There are some real nice things about this game for sure. Just kind of wish playing it was a little bit more fun. Asper. Much later break. Oh, I thought I'd really messed up there. That chicane is going to be such a pain. It's a shame there's no track tutorials. Say, hey, on this track, try this. Like, for the this 2024 car, they could have got 2009 World Champion Button to be the advisor, and yet for the late 70s, they could have got Jackie Stewart in or someone else. You know, they could really lent more into the history, having the old people come in, past champions come in, give you some advice. That reset takes so long. Ah! I took that. She came once, and that may be the only time I take it. Oh yes, look at that. Oh, damn. There's all those gains gone. Ooh, we just kept it on. What? Oh, even faster. Yeah. I think that'll do. I think that's gonna do for Formula Legends. As a demo, it makes it clear that it says build a demo, but it doesn't actually give us information what that means. At no point does it say that this is early in development, things may change. Some of the usual warnings we get in this series. The tutorial is in custom mode. Why it doesn't start on that, I don't know. And because it's got cars from across different times that each have different abilities, it's trying to use that one tutorial across all possible cars and stuff, and it's too much. My idea: you drive out to the pit lane, do a lap, do the tutorial for that car, go in the pit lane, go out to another car, do the tutorial for that car. That would have made so much more sense. Sure, if the track would evolve around you, that would be fun, but I don't know. It feels like there's some neat ideas in Formula One, in Formula Legends, but it doesn't quite execute on it. And what's up with the tyres? They look like they're vibrating off the car, and the 90s cars, the engines are sort of wobbling at the top. It's really distracting. It really does feel early, but because this is a representation of the game, we kinda can't assume it's gonna change too much. So because of playing this demo, I'm not actually that keen on playing the full game. We don't have, other than this picture at the top here, we don't actually know what other generations are in this. Does it go all the way to the beginning? Does it have every year? Every like rule regulation? I don't know. I don't know the teams. I don't know. Like in this in the story mode, in the custom mode when we did the race, we only have half the grid maybe to pick from. Does that mean the other half is not in the game? Again, I don't know because the demo doesn't tell us. So the demo doesn't give us enough information, so it comes across as a bad representation of the game itself. And it just means that I'm not particularly keen on playing it. So if you do get Formula Legends, in the comments, you're going to have to do what the developers didn't, and that's just talk to us and give us the information we need. And after all this time, 50 odd minutes, I still don't have a feel for how the cars control. Is so weird. Like that rally game we did not too long ago. Sure, first couple of times were rough, but we got really into that really quickly. I don't know what it is about this game that makes it hard to adjust to it. Is it lack of feedback, lack of visuals? I don't know. Perhaps again in the comments you can let us know how you felt adjusting to it. But yeah, that will do. So, until the next Demo Play Thursday video, or until I see you checking out some of the other videos, shorts, live streams, or the other playlists we do, or maybe I'll see you checking out the Ko-fi page. As a small YouTube channel, we get no money from YouTube, but with Ko-fi, we can get donations, including PayPal donations, but we also have subscription tiers, so maybe one of them will interest you. But wherever or whenever I see you again, please take care.